Okay, guys, welcome back. So I know there's quite a few of you on Etsy at the minute that you're kind of hovering around that, say, 3 figures a month, maybe even some of you at 4 figures a month sort of range, but not quite at the point where you're moving to that next level of, say, 5 figures a month, even, and I mean, don't fall off your chair when I say this, 6 figures a month sort of range on Etsy. And now, you know, I'm a realist, guys, okay? I'm not saying these sort of sales ranges are easy to achieve by any means, but I am definitely telling you they are possible. And more often than not, the only thing that holds you back from taking it to that 5 figures, even eventually 6 figures a month sort of range on Etsy is more than likely just an information gap. And because of that, guys, today marks day one of a 7-day mini series, which I'm going to bring to you on YouTube, where every single day together, me and you, we're going to sit down and we're going to look at some Etsy shops that are achieving either 6 figures a month or 7 figures in total in revenue on their shop. So we're talking $1 million plus shops here, guys. Get comfy, grab a drink, grab a pen and paper, and let's get straight on with this first Etsy shop review. Okay, so the first shop we're going to look at is called Ladies and Gents Bands. You can see here they've made 43,000 sales, guys, on Etsy. And if we go down to the About Us section, you can see they've been selling on the platform since 2019. I'm recording this at the start of 2025 in January, so we can call that, say, 5 full years selling on the platform. The shop specializes in selling wedding rings, predominantly for men, but they do have a few women's rings here. They sell at a very high price point, so they're obviously very high quality goods. And now, if we just head over to Everbee, this is what I wanted to show you here, guys. Estimated total revenue. Now, this is why I asked you to grab a seat at the start of this video. $11 million plus in 5 years, bear in mind. So this is over $2 million a year. Monthly revenue, $254,000. This is no joke. This is a mega shop on Etsy. And so the first place I want to start straight away is with the shop banner. And now I'm a big proponent of this. I've said this a lot of times before, right? You should put some very valuable information in your shop banner because it's the biggest piece of real estate on your Etsy shop. And it's also the very first thing that customers see when they go onto your shop. And this shop just does it perfectly. Top left, free shipping on all US orders. Big bold, January sale. And then you can see here, 70% off all ring orders at checkout. So straight away, you're presented with some major selling points of this store, and especially the free shipping. This is some very nice bait at the end of a fishing rod, okay? This is very nice for sucking customers in. And one thing I also wanted to point out, guys, there's no question that they're probably updating their banner on, say, at least a monthly basis here because they've got January sale. So I know this is something that it does take a little bit of work, but if you can update your banner frequently, especially if you're running like big seasonal sales and you've got that type of shop, then it does make your shop look a lot more professional and it looks like you're really on the ball with what you're doing. Next up, guys, really quick one. You can see here the announcement. I always say, in my opinion, that announcement should be used to, again, highlight some selling points, highlight sales that you've got on, or highlight anything to do with shipping. These are the main things that announcements, in my opinion, should be used for. And again, as you can see here on this store, that's exactly what they've done. 2 to 3 shipping, 2 to 3 days shipping, 1 to 2 days shipping, dropped. We'll take the cost, but we wanted to help you. So again, straight away you read this. I mean, even me reading this, like it really warms me up to the store. That's just a nice little one. Make sure that you guys are taking it away and you're using your announcement for either shipping discounts, any sales you're running, and you're just using it as a really key point to start building trust with the customer straight away, as soon as they get onto your shop. Now, next key point, guys. This shop sells, or on the surface, it sells very high quality goods. So you'd think they're either quite expensive to procure, or they potentially get some help from a third party in terms of their business model. This is one thing that's very important. Listing total, 353 listings. And you can imagine selling this type of good, say whether they're handmade, whatever, it's very hard to get a lot of listings out. This is one thing I bang on about so much, guys. Etsy, in my opinion, is very much a listings game. It's a marketplace. So customers find you through your product. And we know ourselves, right? If we go on Etsy to buy something, we don't go on there and type in a shop name. We go on Etsy and we type in a product. So people find us as shop owners through our product first. So if you can maximize your product catalog, then in turn, you also maximize the chances of customers finding our products, clicking through, and finding our shop through the product. So yeah, I just want you to take that away, guys. If you're selling, I'd assume, a lot lower priced goods than this, and if you say you've only got like, I don't know, 20, even 50, even under 100 listings, and you're not quite making the sales volumes that you want, please just keep going, because once you get to a much higher listing total, you will see an increase in traffic, and that higher listing total will bring you an increase in sales. Now, guys, this next point I'm going to show you, this, in my opinion, is something which is the difference between a 4-figure a month shop and a 5-figure a month shop. I want you to pay attention to these two listings here. Moss Agate Silver Tungsten Wedding Ring, 8mm Moss Agate Ring Silver Tungsten. I don't know if you've picked it up already. I'm going to leave a little bit of silence just for you to have a think. What I'm going to do is open these two listings in 2 new tabs. I'm going to go on one of them here. Okay, so this is listing 1. This is listing 2. Guys, how many times, if you've seen my channel before, have I said about A/B testing on your listings? Right? I'm going to go across one image. Boom. Again, on this listing, I'm going to go, wrong way. I'm going to go across one image, back to the other listing, go back an image. There you go. Guys, what they've done here is they've A/B tested 2 listings. It's the exact same product. All they've done is switched the first image which shows up. So in other words, the thumbnail image. And you'll notice it's more than that. So if you look at the 2 titles here as well, Moss Agate Silver Tungsten Wedding Ring in 8mm. Look at the other one, 8mm Moss Agate Ring Silver Tungsten Wedding Ring. Again, same product, 2 different SEO titles. So not only are they testing the thumbnail images for click-through rates, they're also testing the SEO in their titles to see which one is bringing in more traffic via search results. So yeah, guys, biggest lesson I can give you straight away, do your A/B testing. And guys, this is a store which, by the way, don't forget, has made $11 million on the platform, and they are still doing A/B testing of their products and duplicating their listings. I say this all the time, guys. I do it with all of my own stores. The clients that work closely with me, it's something we put in place right from day one. You have to be creating duplicates of listings. You have to test. Once you then do the tests, you will get stats in. One listing, I guarantee you, will perform better than the other listing. So you can then make decisions in your shop going forward based on those stats that are actually proven. And this is the difference between a beginner Etsy seller and a more experienced Etsy seller. And it's why some people can start on Etsy and they can go on it for years and years, thinking they're doing a lot of the right stuff and make very minimal sales. Another seller can pick up, make a shop and make incredible sales within, say, the first 3-4 months. It's these little details that make a big difference. So next up, guys, I'm going to go through the images here. First thing you can see, extremely high quality. Now, these are physical goods. And one thing I always say about taking pictures of physical goods, again, you can apply this to your own shop if you sell products that aren't digital, that aren't print on demand, a nice, clear background. The product is the only thing that's in the image, just the product front and center. All of this, what you'd call white space around the product, makes it look a lot more valuable. The minimalist approach is always going to be better if you want to make your products look more expensive than what they actually are. And now moving on to the next one. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called an infographic. And this is something that you will see used on so many $1 million plus stores. One of the easiest ways to start building trust with the customers and answering customer questions. And now I always say this, guys, customers usually don't buy from you because of a few reasons. And one of those reasons is normally because they don't trust your product or they don't trust your brand/shop. An infographic like this, not only does it make your shop look a lot more professional, but it gives so much confidence to the buyer and it really nudges them along that journey of going from, just a prospective shopper, just viewing a product, to actually helping them make a decision that they trust you and they trust your product to actually make the purchase. So yeah, guys, again, another lesson for you to write down. Go away. If you haven't got one already, just create a real basic infographic highlighting some of the best things about your brand, best things about your shop, and also just use it as a real opportunity, build trust with the customer, and answer any customer questions that they may have about your listings. Now, guys, I'm going to continue going through this. So these pictures are very similar to the first 3. This This is a major selling point. This is, I am such a big fan of this. Elite level packaging. Like, how beautiful does that look? And now on the outside, guys, by the way, this is actually a very inexpensive packaging solution. So this is just a very standard box with a little wrap around it and a wax seal. This is not expensive to do, but it looks incredibly high value. And I know this, guys, because with my stores, it's something I always like to focus on as well as packaging. Packaging is so important. If you can upgrade your packaging, it is never ever going to be a bad, it's never going to be a bad thing. Okay. So if packaging per order costs you even up to say $1 extra, I would say just do it. It's going to bring you so many more reviews. Your returning customer rate is going to be so much higher. If you run social media, people are going to be sharing your products on social media so much more. It's going to elevate your brand and your business to completely to the next level. Also, when you show pictures of your packaging that's this high quality in your listings, people really like it, especially when you consider over 70% of people on Etsy are buying products as gifts. If people are giving a gift to someone, they want it to be packaged and presented nicely. So again, just another point to consider. And then last but not least on the listing, guys, you can see they've got a ring size guide. Again, completely answers all questions. So, US, Canada, UK and Australia, it translates really easily, and it just leaves no stone unturned in the customer's mind. So they know exactly what they're going to get. And so I just want to head back over to Everbee here, guys. And one thing I want to do with this store is actually go onto the listings, sort by monthly revenue, and actually see what the spread is. To be fair, the spread on this store, i.e., in other words, what's bringing in the money, like, is it just one listing or is it quite spread out? It's fairly spread out. Like, you can see it's very impressive. There's a lot of listings that are bringing in a very, very decent amount of money. But you can see this is normally the way on Etsy. These top 3 listings here, especially this top one, responsible for most of the sales on the platform. And so let's actually just take a look at what this listing is. So again, by the way, guys, I'm using Everbee. It's amazing for this sort of stuff. So, if you're a new store, even if you're an experienced store, it's so good to go in, get information about what other stores are doing, see what's working for them. I can click here, view this straight on Etsy now. I can see exactly how the product's performing. I can see how it's trending. So, you can see some products that are doing nothing and then they suddenly start trending up. That would tell me that then that's a very trending product. Maybe I could use a similar sort of thought process in my own store. You can see the tags the product's using. We're going to touch on SEO for this store. Using these apps like Everbee, you can just go straight into it. And even if I wanted to, guys, little copy button up here, I could just copy all of these tags that this bestseller listing is using. And if I was selling a similar sort of product, I can paste it straight into my own store. And again, Everbee's great. They got keyword research tools. They got Etsy calculators, shop analyzers, product analytics. You can see search volumes in compared to competition for keywords. They got keyword analyzers as well, keyword research tools that traffic light it, show you the search volumes in comparison to the competition for certain keywords. Yeah, guys, I'm a big proponent of Everbee. I absolutely love to use it. If you guys want to check Everbee out as well, by the way, there is going to be a link in the video description. Feel free. In my opinion, it's the best research app out there for Etsy, but no problem if not. I said you don't need these apps, but if you wanted to, my recommendation is Everbee. But yeah, just going back to this, you see, I'm going to just quickly take a look at this exact bestseller on Etsy because I want, oh, wow. Okay. You don't see that very often. In 46 baskets, free bought in the last 24 hours. In 46 baskets, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is their best-selling product by a long way. But what I really wanted to look at, guys, is now the description. And again, as you can see here, just like I was alluding to earlier, their description is perfectly used to answer customer questions. So, whether it's about engravings, ring sizes, again, engravings here, returns, exchanges, shipping, some key information about the product, 1-year warranty, comes in a wax-sealed rim box, talks about the materials. Descriptions, guys, should really be used to answer customer questions and really build trust with the customer about the product. That is, in my opinion, all the description should be used for. And guys, if we scroll back up here, there's one more thing I wanted to show you just on this listing. So you see this is on sale. Believe it or not, it's £109, which is still quite a lot of dollars at 70% off. You can see sale ends 13 hours. Now, if you remember one thing from the start of the video, January sale, 70% off all ring orders. And that's throughout January, I would assume. What this shop is doing, and I know they're doing this because I also checked the shop out yesterday for my research, every 24 hours, they're putting a new sale on at 70% off. So what this massively does is increases urgency in the buyer, and it makes them think that, oh, wow, 70%, that's such a big discount. And I've only got 13 hours left to do it, and then it's going to go. I got to buy it now. A lot of people do this on Etsy, a lot of big shops. I've done it myself before. I know it does work. Maybe it will annoy some of your existing customers. Certainly, doing the daily sales, if you want to see an uptick in your sales and you want to get a bit of a higher conversion rate for a period, it is a great little tip. And yeah, guys, I just say in general, there's so many good lessons to take away from this shop, you know, right from the photography, infographics, packaging, the way that they lay their listings out, the way that they've done their shop, the banner, the sales, the description. It's absolutely incredible. Feel free to check it out if you want and look at it in more detail. I would really recommend it. And guys, I'm saying this is going to be part 1 of a 7-day series. We're going to be taking a look at these incredible shops on Etsy over the next 7 days. If you learned something from this video at all, and you wanted to check out another shop which actually sells print-on-demand phone cases, and they made over $1 million selling print-on-demand phone cases on Etsy, then I've also done a shop review on that one. I'll leave a link to it just here. But otherwise, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I love every one of you. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one.